tomorrow? Well, we have a little bit of magic in studio today with an Irish actor who is currently seen waving a wand in over 180 countries.
What did you just do? Tell me.
Oh, I have no idea what happened.
If anyone has seen that...
Oh, no, that was nothing to do with me. That was...
I know what it was. I just want to know where you learned how to do it.
Nowhere.
So how is it you know magic?
I don't.
Where did you study? Answer me!
I've never studied magic or been taught.
Are you lying to me, boy?
What do you want me to say?
The truth.
I was born like this.
That's impossible.
That's Richard Wilson with the boy he referred to there, Colin Morgan, who plays Merlin. That was one of your very early appearances, Colin. You've been in it for a while, haven't you?
Yeah, that takes me back. That's right back to the very first series, very first episodes, you know. So
2008?
Yeah. So yeah, we're coming into just about to start up filming our 5th series now. So 4 years down, you know, it's crazy to think we've arrived at this point now.
Yeah, and it's huge.
Sorry, were you waiting for him to say, "I don't believe it"? That's what he said all the time in the comedy show, wasn't it?
Yeah. No, he's pretty good with that. You know, a lot of people, he gets that quite a lot.
All the time.
Yeah, all
Every
the
interview you read from him, he gets all the time.
Even Father Ted did a thing about it.
Oh, that's what
That's
it is. Yeah.
Anyway, Colin is going to stay with us for the evening, and he's going to be telling us why he had to wear factor 50 for his big role. Merlin actor Colin Morgan had to stay out of the sun for the coveted role, but I suppose it wasn't too hard considering he's from Ulster. Have a look at this.
Who is she?
The Calyx, the gatekeeper to the spirit world.
Why was she there?
It was on the stroke of midnight of Silence Eve, the very moment when the veil between the worlds is at its thinnest. There cannot be a coincidence.
Why was I the only one to see her?
You have great power, Merlin. For someone so gifted, such visions are not uncommon.
You don't understand, it wasn't a vision. She knew who I was.
Colin, is it true you had to stay out of the sun and wear factor 50?
Initially, yeah. Right at the very beginning, they were very paranoid because as soon as we went to France to start filming, it was very hot. So of course, because everything's filmed out of sequence, we couldn't have Merlin being tanned in one scene and pasty Irish boy the next. So yeah, that was factor 50, the highest they could get.
Claire, could you imagine if they asked us to do the Daily Show down in France, right? Lovely stuff. We'd be out sunbathing ourselves in the evening, next to saying, "No, you can't do that at all. You have to stay inside in the coolers."
Nightmare. Yeah.
You see, you're working so hard because you were telling us earlier on the days are 14-hour full on.
Yeah.
For 8 months of the year, is it?
Yeah, we filmed for 8 months. It takes to do the 13 episodes. Sort of 4 years down the line, you know, you think, you know, we know how to pace ourselves, but it's always difficult. It's a difficult call to know how to do that. But they like to keep us busy.
Now, how did you get into the business? Were you a child actor?
I was always into acting. Not.
There you are, Scouts.
In the Scouts.
Oh. You changed a bit, only you grew a beard.
Yeah, my Frankenstein days. But no, it's something I've always been into. You know, right from, I mean, that's me. I think whenever I was like 3.5. So it's always something I always wanted to do and always wanted to have a bit of a natural instinct for, I think.
Yeah. Did you know much about Merlin before you went for the job?
No, I mean, it's not something we got taught about really in school. You know, we got taught a lot about Finn McCool and all the Irish legends.
The real stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
And St. Bridget.
Yeah, we should start up our own TV series.
You'd make a great St. Bridget, I have to say.
I know, I got the facial hair. But yeah, it's always, it's something that's been told, you know, throughout the centuries, and it's been retold, and that's now what we're doing, retelling it now in a fantasy setting.
I suppose, all jokes aside, listening to doing stuff like Finn McCool when you are growing up and all the action scenes you do in this show, I suppose it helped in some way.
Everything helps, everything like that, anything to do with storytelling, anything, you know, reading books, watching films, studying as much as you can, I think, and just being involved in storytelling, that's what it's all about. And, you know, storytelling is such a big part of Irish, you know, history ourselves, you know, it's in our heritage, so.
We had your co-star Owen Mackin on the show a couple of months back, and he was telling us that he really enjoys the training for all of those action scenes. Do you get as much pleasure out of that, or is it a challenge?
Well, for me, I don't get to do too much of the old sword fighting and too much of the old action. I get to run away from a lot of stuff and do a lot of the CGI, and that's always challenging because you're using your imagination. But that's the fun part. There's no limits.
But fitness must be a big part of the whole thing, is it?
I think you got to keep fit. You got to keep healthy. I mean, for 8 months of the year, you can't afford to get sick. You know, even one day. You know, we're in every day filming scenes, so you have to stay on top of the game.
Yeah. You're working with Richard Wilson. Tell us again, what was that like? Because he's just a huge star. He's been there for so long.
Oh, he's an absolute legend, and he's often mistaken, I think, for his character on One Foot in the Grave. And he really isn't like that at all. He is really the nicest guy.
Is he grumpy?
He's not.
He looks grumpy.
He does. He looks grumpy.
Don't be fooled by the eyebrows. He's a lovely guy. He's genuinely, everyone on set just really enjoys days when Richard is around. He's got the ultimate respect, and yeah, we have the ultimate respect for him.
So we were saying earlier on that you've been in this now since 2008, so it's heading into season 5. What other stuff are you interested in doing, or does it worry you at all that you might be typecast in the role when you're in it for so long, it's so young?
Yeah, no, I think it's because the show offers so much variety, and the projects that I've got to do outside of Merlin have been quite adventurous. Getting to do the film Parked with Colin Meaney was phenomenal. That was you know, huge.
He was in. He was talking to us. He was all about you. Thought you were great.
Yeah, really.
We have a clip of it actually, Colin, which we
cool.
can show our viewers. This is from the movie Parked.
Well, Gin used to be my tipple. He, sophisticated gentleman. Looking at me here today, not many would say that. Where do you wash? The toilets. Sometimes the back of my car. I keep a drum of water in the boot. Good idea.
A 21-year-old dope smoker. He spoke very highly of you.
Oh, did he? Oh, well, you know, I do the same. His performance in that film is really phenomenal. He deserves all the credit. He's, you know, that's been heaped on him for it. And you know, we're so lucky that Dara Byrne, director of the film, and Dominic Wright and Jacqueline Curran, the producers, given the chance to be in this, because it's you know, as soon as you read the script, it's just phenomenally well written, and I was just lucky that they got the chance, you know, to be part of it.
So is it more of that for you, please, at this stage, or?
I hope so. Yeah, that's the kind of, you know, that's the things I read and I get immediately excited by. Absolutely, 100%. I work from the script, and if there's something I believe in, I'll fight for it, you know. And I think that's important. You gotta know what you like and be willing to do anything you can to get it.
So you're with Merlin for 8 months of the year. Are you allowed to do what you want then after, in between?
More or less, yeah.
Within reason,
You've got bar skiing and extreme sports, you know, where you can get.
You're not allowed to do that?
No. I mean, you know, we could have, you know, write Merlin on crutches at some point.
That wouldn't work. Absolutely wouldn't work, would it, Merlin on crutches? So do you get home much then, back to Armagh?
Not a huge amount. I think on the breaks, you know, you try to get. It's important. Home at the end of the day, and you know, your family and friends are very, very important. So as much as you can, I think that's top priority.
Yeah. It's phenomenal when you think about it. 180 countries,
yeah,
huge in all of them. It's great, isn't it?
Yeah. No, it's really exciting, and it's that chance when you go to a different country and you know, suddenly they've got.
Everybody knows you.
Yeah,
we're excited about being #1.
Yeah. It's great to meet you. Thank you very much for coming in.
Thanks,
and continued success with Merlin.
Sure.
I'm sure we'll see his name in Hollywood lights.
I'm sure. Just don't forget us, right?
Yeah, come back and see us. Thanks
very much. Cheers.